All right.
Hi, everybody. So Amelia and I are here together today to talk about pets. And Amelia has a new course, but also we want to talk about pets and how their ascension is going. So they are doing it. They're ascending with us.
Yes, it's exciting. It's exciting that we are because so many of us care so much about our pets. So, yeah. Did you want me to go ahead and jump in on what the course is about first, or
Yeah,
what,
let's
where do
talk
you
about
want
the
to?
course and then we'll talk about how they're ascending. Because I want
Okay,
to describe it to people a little bit.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I never say this fully in the other videos that we've done together, so I'm just going to lay out all the things that I do for pets and humans because I think we all need support in this time and finding someone who resonates with us to walk alongside this ascension process is hugely helpful.
Big.
It's big. And like you said, in recent videos too, our physical vessels are really trying to catch up to the consciousness. And that's just, it's like this stretch that we're feeling. So just be kind to yourself too. And so our pets may be acting weird as well on that front. Or some days my dog will want to eat a lot of food, and other days he's like, forget it. It's just weird. Some days he's barking at everything, other days he's sleeping all day. So it's just kind of all over the place. So just notice anything that your pet might be supportive or needing support in, I suppose. But for myself, I started off my healing journey being a functional nutritionist, then moved into allergy elimination using NAT. And I'm an intuitive healer, spiritual guide. I run an empath group on Patreon and work with pets as well, and kind of bring it all together, bring all my knowledge together to help the whole being just go through this process of detox and healing and all the things, or just life issues, dealing with toxic people, you name it, we can pretty much address it. So, um, the pet healing course will go through a lot of those facets too. It's not just about nutrition, but I do talk about how to properly feed your pets. And it really is depending on your breed. So cats and dogs will eat slightly differently. So I give some basic guides for that, but going deeper, there's some great resources for that. How to even do some basic muscle testing for your pet is really important. You can also learn deeper muscle testing through my other course on muscle testing and pendulum testing, and protocols for your pet too. So I use a lot of different specific protocols for the pet, and you can figure out what they need based on maybe your own intuition and what they need. And using, maybe your dog really loves essential oils, maybe they prefer to have the supplements dumped on their food, or maybe they need a lot of chiropractic or energy work, or every pet soul is different, of course. So and some of the products, like you and I both use um the Root brands, and so
Yeah.
this is the one I've been using for my dog from the Root. It's the Longer Lives, which their names are kind of unimaginative, but and this is a collagen beet powder blend. It really helps with like digestion and just overall skin and coat health. And I use a lot of essential oils that are formulated for dogs too, and homeopathy and minerals. And so there's lots and lots of choices there. And let's see, what else was I going to mention for that too? And is there anything that you wanted to say too about nutrition that you were thinking of?
Well,
That
it's funny because we started out doing the same thing. So I started out in nutrition too, like 20 years ago, probably.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And it's just so important right now to know, like, you can tune in, you can ask, are they okay with this food anymore? Do I need to change the food? And I'm sure that's in
mm-hmm,
the class.
mm-hmm.
Pets are acting quite weird
Yes.
recently. So the parallel shifts have made them a little weird too. I know Lenny was extra strange. He spent probably 2 days under the bed again.
Oh,
So you know, just kind of weird stuff, like, and just kind of moving through it with them. Be kind to them. Madonna has been, my other cat has been fairly the same. She hasn't changed that
Mm,
much yet, but they're getting upgrades just like we're getting upgrades. And there's a dog that I recently heard about and saw a video about. You know, those little buttons that they talk to you with?
yes.
Yeah. So this dog is really disappointed that she's a dog. So she keeps asking if she's really a dog.
Oh,
So they've had to take the mirrors away from her, I think. Like, because she could see herself as a dog and she didn't like it.
oh, wow.
Yeah. So we don't know like how upgraded our pet actually is at this point, some of them. I know we had one dog when I was a kid, and my mom was pretty psychic too. And she said, "Oh, yeah, Tasha used to be an orthodontist." And I was like, "What?" So I think she had done something kind of maybe that wasn't the best. So she
Mm.
came back and she was in a dog body, and she was the best dog that we ever had. She
Oh,
was
wow.
fantastic. So
Wow.
smart. Yeah.
Yes, I've had some crazy experiences like that too. And just even with my dog that passed away in 2018, I think, she might be here teaching my other dog how to eat tissues from the box, things like that, just being silly. Um, yeah, it's interesting. So she's lingering a little bit around here. Um, but yeah, they just need extra support. And I've also dealt with some pet conflicts too. So pets that don't get along and just healed their relationship in this current space so that they can work together too. I think that's also important to pay attention to. Um, and then one thing too that we don't often talk about is the end of life care too. What
Yeah.
does your pet need as they are looking like they're about to transition? Um, and what does that look like? What comfort, support, love, um, energy healing do they need in this time and space?
Mhm.
So, and
And
how do
all
you
the
communicate?
same healing will work for them. Like lots of different kinds of healing will work for them.
Yes, there's so many different modalities you can use. I just got like a quantum healing wand recently, so I've been doing that on my dog's hips where I know he was injured before I adopted him, just to make sure that was doing well. Um, and of course the nutrition, exercise. He'll beg me to just go sit in the sunshine. And
Mhm.
so he knows he needs it. So he just goes out there for 20 minutes and he's done.
Yeah.
So,
They're more intuitive probably about their care than we are. It's just, are we listening?
right, right. Because they can be so independent, especially cats can be a little more independent
Mhm.
than dogs. And so really noticing before they get to a more noticeable state, what they need ahead of time, kind of predicting what they need to support throughout the process. That's really helpful too. So, and you can listen into their higher self too and learn how to do some pet communication as well.
Yeah, that's fun. They're
Hmm.
kind of funny because they're very short with their words. If you
Yes.
get words at all, or sometimes you just get like a feeling.
Yes. I'll usually get one or two words, or I've had a few dogs who just were like, "Why are you talking to me?"
Yeah. I
What are you
know.
doing?
Yeah, it's so funny. My one cat is always annoyed with me. Um, or just in general, she's annoyed quite a bit. So I've been working on her stuff for her.
Yeah.
But Lenny is just happy he acts like a dog.
Mm, I love that.
Mhm.
It matches his name.
Yeah. It does. And he just showed up one day. We're like, oh, we have another cat.
He was drawn to you guys
Yeah.
and your
Yeah.
energies probably.
Mhm. It's funny. I feel like the highways too are a big place where animals just get like dumped, which we have a
Yes.
not that far away. So
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, that's an old paradigm I hope we can get rid of.
I think we will. I don't really see
Yeah,
this lasting.
right.
No.
Thank goodness. I think it's shifted a lot. There's some states that are worse than others at that, just dumping a litter of puppies on someone's property, hoping someone else will take care of them, you know,
Yeah. It's definitely
happened.
changing right now. It's a big
Mm-hmm.
so, but the paradigms like just for pets or kids, you can do a lot for them if you just think about them as just another being, you know. Obviously your kids are another being, but you also are going to think about your pets that way too, because they're another being as well. And
Mm-hmm.
they're practicing to be human usually.
Definitely. My 4-year-old dog is a 95-year-old man, um, encapsulated in a dog's body. So, he doesn't even know how to play with toys. It's just the funniest thing. So,
That's funny.
yeah.
Yeah, they're very unique and we love them. So
Mm-hmm. Oh
that's
yeah,
why we did this
he's
course, is to just help take care of them. I watch the pet chiropractor a lot, and it's really interesting watching that and the animals' reactions.
yes, that's awesome. Yeah, that's hugely important
Yeah.
because especially if you've adopted a pet, who knows what experience they've gone through, and emotional imprints are very similar for our pets as they are to humans too, and they can be stored in the skeleton and need
Mhm.
just as much adjustment as we do. So,
Yeah. Yeah, they carry the same traumas. You know,
mhm,
how we have the 0 to 7, like spongy time. The
mhm,
animals, I feel like that's probably less than a year old for them.
yeah, yeah,
But they have that trauma time too. And if they get traumatized during that time, then they're going to be more skittish. I know that Madonna was definitely that way, my other cat.
mhm,
So she's very weird about food. And
mm.
I've worked on her, but it's not quite there yet. Like she's not totally letting go.
Well, that's true for my dog. He's had a few little even incidents. They were very minor with us. Well, he jumped up while I was trying to put his leash on, and then his eyelid clipped into the clip because he jumped right into it. So now he's like turns his head, which it's all healed up now, but it freaked him out. And then someone leaned over to give him a treat, and their bag kind of fell down and bonked him a little bit. And so now he's like, "Don't give me a treat." And that was months ago. So we're still
Oh,
working on those
wow.
emotional imprints too.
Yeah.
So
So he hangs on.
he does. This one does. Hmm. Very sensitive. Yeah.
Oh. They're so sensitive now, just like we're sensitive. Animals have always been empathic, but I feel like they're more
Hmm.
empathic. And just like our soul is like upgrading and expanding, so is theirs.
Yes. Yeah, he definitely sees beyond the veil pretty well. And he'll know if I ask him to come to the office with me because my clients love him. He knows if there's someone there he doesn't want to really be around. And so he's like, I'm not getting off the couch to go to your office. Yeah, very intuitive, very empathic, and very healing too. I just read this that the wag of a dog's tail is something like 500. Um, it resonates on the scale of consciousness at 500, and the purr of a cat is the same. And so your
Mhm.
dog wagging its tail is actually healing, as is the cat's purr.
I
So
love
now I
that.
wonder, as a child, why I had a cat sleeping on my head purring at night. Wonder what she was healing for me.
Yeah. They love to lay on your head.
Do
It's
they?
great as long as they're not on your face.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's so interesting.
they're funny. They're so funny. I remember I choked on something at dinner once and Lenny came right away. He came right away just to see,
Wow.
to sit next to me. And John and I were like, wow,
Mm.
look at him. Yeah.
Yeah, some express it more empathically than others. Even if they feel it, they don't know how to express it
Hmm.
all the time. My dog's part corgi, I'm pretty sure, when I muscle tested the mutt that I adopted. And and so he just kind of gives you the same look all the time.
Yeah.
Just it's not very expressive. But some dogs really you can see it in their face when they're really trying to help you and comfort you and just be there for you. So,
Yeah. Yeah. We've chosen them to be our companions through this. So,
mhm.
just taking care of them and kind of being more aware because we're very aware of all the weird symptoms that we've had and all the feelings and like I'm still getting over a neck thing and
Mm,
we've had a purge and we've had all these splits and all this stuff's going on. So they're being affected by it too.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little more on edge when my dog is when the energies are really high. He definitely acts a little bit more nervous. And he's not very nervous on the
Yeah.
whole, but yeah.
It's true. I can tell if they're stressed from the energy versus like we had a huge thunderstorm this morning.
Mm,
They didn't care. They didn't care at all.
nice.
So it really it depends. And I think they're beginning to recognize what matters and what doesn't.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is different. And cats can be so interdimensional just by being. So
Yeah.
they're
They can
just so
see the
unique.
ETs and the fairies.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's amazing. There's your little ET detector.
Little alarm for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. It's really fun.
Oh, that's amazing. I never thought about it that way because I don't own cats, but I had them growing up. So,
Yeah. Yeah. They see it all. So
wow.
they're really cool to have around and they see the dark. They've
Hmm.
seen the dark. We don't have a whole lot of dark now. Mostly
Yeah.
what we have is kind of our own shadows that we
Hmm.
need to deal with and integrate and stuff. But they they could see the demons and
Hmm.
yeah. So they're great protectors.
Definitely. Yeah. It's a good, at least with my dog, it's a good gauge for toxic people versus not too, just going on walks too. He'll know who to avoid and who not to if there's people outside. And
Yeah.
um it's really helpful to notice those little idiosyncrasies that they can provide for us too.
Yeah, it
So
really is. They're amazing.
really amazing. So providing them just with the same care and nutrition and healing, is so important.
Yeah, it really is. It's really important right now.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got a detox too, just like we are.
they do. They need to detox. They need to change their habits. So whatever you have to allow them to be sovereign, but you can still help them
Hmm.
a little bit, and not get mad at them when they are not there yet,
Yes, or
too.
have little setbacks or
Yeah.
different things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's really good. So thank you for
Yes.
making that course. I think it's going to help a lot of pets. So
I hope
yeah,
so. They're part of the family.
they are
They are.
the little babies.
They are.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. And I'm going to have all of that, all the links below for Amelia's stuff and also the course. Okay.
Awesome.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.